Hey bitch, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again.
So I had already made this video about why we were changing the format up, and I had an amazing example that just showed what I believe needs to be done for the next 4 years. And then this happened.
The feel when you're totally not pressed. The feel when we control your bodies. Hey bitch, we control your bodies. Guess what? Guys win again, okay? Men win again. And yes, we control your bodies. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. Hi, I'm your Republican congressman. It's your body, my choice. And men, women again. Men win again. There will never, ever be a female president. Never. There will never be a female president, ever. It's over. Glass ceiling. Dude, it's a ceiling made of fucking bricks. You will never break it. Your stupid face keeps hitting the brick ceiling.
All right, you get enough of that clip. I'll stop it. This is what people voted for.
This is what the people voted for. 2 weeks ago, I put out a video highlighting a Lincoln Project commercial, and I said, the whole abortion conflict is not about God, morality, it's about power. Power and power only for power's sake. They want it. They need it. The MAGA cult acted like they had no idea what I was talking about, and I was crazy. It's funny how they can tell the truth now. That nobody can do anything about it. Just like a bully. That's all right. He'll be here. So will I. You want to join? Need some help? I'll be here. Bullies don't scare me.
Let's not forget that on January 6, 2021, his supporters, including myself, stormed the Capitol. For legal purposes, I'll say I'd never entered the building, which I didn't. But rhetorically speaking, okay, his supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol in order to stop the transfer of power from the Democrats to the Republicans, just like the media said. The media said he won't admit that he will concede defeat. They said, when we do the election, he must swear that he will affirm the result, because what if he doesn't give up power? And he almost didn't. He never conceded defeat. He refused to concede throughout every constitutional procedural deadline. He challenged the result everywhere, summoned his supporters, and then at the last deadline, he summoned all of his legions to the capital city, where he gave a speech outside the White House and directed them to protest the result outside the Capitol, where it was being tabulated. And they broke in. And now, don't get me wrong. That is a whole other conversation, whether it was organic, whether there were bad actors involved, whether it was a plot. That's an altogether separate discussion. It is true that whether there were some agitators or none, and I think there were some, his real supporters did breach the Capitol. They did break the windows. They did enter. They did beat cops. Okay, that happened. And they sent in the cops, the riot police, to break it up. The DOJ arrested thousands of them. And it was after that Trump got elected in he won the popular vote in a landslide after that.
Now, if you think doing the same thing that we were doing before is going to cut it, you know, what do you want me to say? So if we'll get back to the video, the other example is still pretty good, but I think that one's a little bit better. Let's talk about it. So if you saw my earlier videos about who we want on this channel and what we're all about, and then you also saw the other videos that were talking about specific points that we saw in the election, in the numbers, that we think we need to address, and this channel can do it, well, now you're ready for this one. This is where the channel's going. In North Carolina, Mark Robinson got 40% of the vote. Mark Robinson, the same guy who said some people need killing in church, the same guy who was found to be on multiple sex websites talking about he's the black KKK and how he peed on women and how he used to watch transgender porn because he loved to see two big ones. And then he talked about how he hates the transgender people and how they're an abomination. How he got his wife to get an abortion. He said he would own a slave. He wanted to buy one. His words. Are you hearing me? KKK. I'm a black KKK. I like to mess with transgender porn, but disenfranchise transgender people. Talk about bathrooms. I want to own a slave. He said that Martin Luther King was horrible. He said he wanted women to go back before they could vote. These are all things that they know, that they've seen, his voters. And 40% of the population in North Carolina voted for it. What does that teach us? That the Republican Party values power over all else. 40% is too high. 40% is too high. That means that for a Republican population, nothing matters. We need to remember that. Sexual deviancy, lying, killing, stealing, rape, assault, murder, grand theft, child abuse. Nothing matters if they believe that it will give them power. 40% of the people voted for the guy who said he wanted to own slaves. And he wanted to be a black KKK member, black Nazi member. I apologize. He said that too. The minute we realize that all of the highfalutin stuff that we thought mattered, this is important for the next 4 years, it does not matter. Stop it. Stop it. When you realize that power is the only thing that matters, that they would give up, that they would hire, they would fire, they would do anything with anybody, gay, straight, trans, murder, rapist, thief, abuser, child molester, doesn't matter. None of it matters. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's hard for you to believe that. I'm here to tell you that 40% number told us it does not matter. That number lets me know that this channel has to change. The daily news will not matter. Who did what to who doesn't matter. None of it matters. Only thing that matters is the education and the resistance. From now on, this channel will be moving towards what it used to be. I used to do long-form essays on the state of education, how we got here, on the different parties and the things that they did, on history, on important topics like fascism, understanding how it works. I used to do topics about all of it. Politics, sociology, education. We're going to try to keep it entertaining. We don't have to try. It's going to be entertaining. Guaranteed. But we're not going to be doing the daily news anymore. For the next 4 years, it won't matter. The only thing that matters if it's daily news is if you need to know what's happening with the resistance. If you need to know where to go, what to do, how to eat, how to survive. Only thing you need to know is the next move that has been made and where it is. I'm not going to be giving you the horse race anymore. I'm only dealing with education, activism. Where's the next rally? How do you stay safe? Email me, that type of stuff. And restoration. People will need healing. People will need a good word. People will need to know that we're on their side. And that I will do every time. We're also keeping the Canadian drain. The Canadian drain with Laura Malcolm will be nonstop, because that's news that the people in Canada can still use, and you guys have told me so. So, we're no longer doing daily news, no longer doing, thank Gandra, it's Friday, where we just talk about the women of the Republican Party, or we talk about what's happening with the Democrats. None of that matters anymore. None of that matters. We're not changing any minds. That 40% that will vote for somebody who had an abortion and tell you it's because they believe that abortions are wrong should tell you everything you know. All of it's a lie. It's fake. It's false. Our channel is about power, and we choose to gain that power through education, activism, and restoration. That's what we'll be doing from now on when it comes to American politics. Canadian drain, still going as usual. You'll get some news there, and it'll be good. Sound good? Welcome aboard. You're now a part of the resistance as well. Educate yourself, educate others, and then come back for more.